Right then guys, welcome back. So, as you can see, the car is back. The guys at Badger 5 have done an extremely good job. Incredibly pleased with how that's come out. So, it's 2 weeks until we race. The plan for today is to take these goodies supplied by Enhanced Performance and make a new back box. So the existing system is the good old traditional eBay 3-inch system. Still on the original back box, which has now been on the car nearly 10 years. As you can see, since removing the wheel well, looks a little bit lost over there. So what we have here from Enhance, this is a single in, but then it's a twin out. So the plan is, come under here, where this connects up here to go 45 across, 45 back to the middle, oval silencer there, and twin out tailpipe roughly in the middle. Big thanks has to go to Enhance for supplying the bits for this. As we said in the previous video, we did try to set up a bit of a deal with Enhance to make a manifold and downpipe and everything on the car. Due to lockdown and a few scheduling clashes, unfortunately it didn't happen, but the guys have come through with these exhaust bits, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, really nice to have them on board with a bit of support. Car's up in the air. Let's take a look and see what room we're working with here. So currently comes over the beam and there's a Michelor clamp and a slip joint there. That's where we're going to be tagging on. You've then got a good bit of room to the fuel tank, so we're going to come back to somewhere here and 45 across here so it stays away from the tank. Bring it central and out the back with a mount attached to our cross members we put in recently. Evo system is out. Right, well I've just unpacked the new silencer from Enhance, and that is a bit of a work of art. So we go in, perforated tube, it splits at the end. Really, really nicely made. So that is a lovely bit of kit. Twin outlet, just what I wanted. So we're going to offer it in here. We're going to see what we can figure out. Okay, so slip joint straight onto there. The plan, bear with me, is to go 45 here, which takes us around the fuel tank, 45 back here, and then out on the box. Right, well I won't bore you too much, but we have a back box very roughly in place. Just chucked an offcut in there for an idea on tailpipe, and I've just offered up the first bends, and we've got something like that going on. It looks pretty simple at the moment. Back box sits within the rear bumper. Tailpipes will probably be a touch longer, but we're getting somewhere. First pipe now tacked on. Just some little tiny tacks, because we'll have Andy go over this with a TIG. The tricky bit is actually in holding the silencer square to the car. We'll try and get the other one on, get it tacked up, and yeah, it's going alright I think. So the next bit, and this is quite tricky just to get it all to line up, the next bit is essentially going from there onto the system. Get that tacked up, see how it comes out. The exhaust is on, of a fashion. Tailpipe slightly long at the moment. I think that's roughly where they're going to sit though. So we come underneath. That is now connected up. Clears the tank by miles. There's 125mm clearance there. Bit hard to see from this angle. So next up is trying to make some mounts to go from here up onto the cross members. Should be hot enough. Right, so they're now folded, bent, so we've got one for each end, so I'm just going to trim them down. They're not going to go on the box just yet. I'm going to make the car side first, get all the rubbers in, level the exhaust up and then tack them on. So we'll skip forward a little bit from all the blow torching and bending. The exhaust is in position. I'm really happy with how that looks. I have made up these mounts. So if I come round here, so that's going to sit approximately like that. So that'll probably be a little bit higher, so I can get that mount onto the middle of the box. But yeah, something like that. And the top mount here will actually be on a bracket that's going to bolt to this cross member rather than welding anything to the floor. But that first one is now tacked in place. So we're going to go around the other side, tack the other one on, and then when I'm really happy that the exhaust is really properly lined up, I'll tack these to the silencer.
Soon after.
Right, now ignoring the amount of mess in the truck, the exhaust is all together, it's all tacked up, it's all ready to be welded fully. So we are going to get over to Andy's, that's rear wheel drive Saudi. We're going to get this tigged up, and hopefully later tonight I'm going to get it back on the car. Oh, it's recording. Right, well, we're over at Andy's. There's the S4 that you should have already seen. One exhaust, ready to weld up. But first, little side project on the go. The Volvo. So, AP has recently chucked a whole set HX40 down there, which is ridiculous. It's bigger than my head, and it's currently going from the EMS 2000 yep. Siemens
EMS 2000, the stock ECU,
to that little box thing, which is a Speeduino, which seems like a really cool little standalone. So AP is just repinning the harness adapter here.
Yeah, going from the well, just allowing the Speeduino to control the fuel pump, basically. Having a few issues over the last few days trying to get this thing to work and fire up. Struggled a little bit with the crank sensor, fixed that, and then found out last night I wasn't getting any fuel. So it might be down to this. Obviously we spoke about this earlier. It's a nightmare with grounds.
Yeah, I don't do wiring, so yeah. AP's on his own.
Yeah. I don't do wiring either, which is why it doesn't work.
Anyway, we're going to repin this and then turn the key in, see if it's any closer to running. Turn the ignition on, it's controlling the fuel pump. The injector squirted, and AP is actually excited.
So excited.
It doesn't happen often.
I'll get my GoPro out.
And he's going to film something.
I'm going to film something. Actually, I always film stuff. I've got probably about 40 or 50 hours worth of footage for Luke Rainbird to edit for me.
Rainbird, no, Rainbird's mine. Rainbird's mine, hands off Rainbird. But yeah, if you all want to see more of this Council Estate touring car, then you need to get over to AP's channel, Andy Ponting, see more of this and more of this. Maybe more on that later.
You can see one is firing.
1 and 3 have fired. They're very, very little there though, mate. Like sod all.
1 and 3 are firing, but not those two.
Right, so we've done a power cycle on the ECU. Injectors are back in, they're all firing. This might be the one. Yeah, go for it. We solved it.
Solved it.
We solved it. Was I useful?
You were.
I was useful. I was useful. It runs.
Yeah, we just got to keep it running.
Do it again.
Okay.
Sweet. Cold start's a bit off. Chuck 10% on the whole lot. That's it, AP. How sweet does that sound? You've done it. You've done it. That runs really smooth. Really nice. That's not bad, is it? First start on the ECU tonight. Been running about 5 minutes before that, and it just fires up and runs brilliantly. So, coming soon to YouTube, tuning the S40.
It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be fun. Anyway, we're going to weld up an exhaust in a minute. Right, you lot can't see timestamps, but it's taken AP about half an hour to clear the garage to a point where I'm allowed to turn the camera on. It's still not a patch on mine.
It's still horrendous in there. Look at it.
Look at it.
It's terrible.
It's got a welder, it's got a bench, it's got the Saudi. What more do you need? So we're currently back purging it. So we've got an argon line out of here. Just plugged up the ends with tissue paper because we don't want to go in the house to grab some foil and and let it bleed out the end, and then it'll all be full of argon and back purged. And leave that line in just with like a slow bleed of argon whilst we weld it up. And Andy's going to try and cover up my hateful tacks.
He's trying.
He's impressed with my welding, always has been. That bit's not meant to happen. Don't put that on film.
That was the that tack.
Was that my tack?
Yeah.
Flaring up at you.
Yeah.
So we've welded up the first couple of joints at that end. Andy is just taping up foil to seal it properly for a decent back purge. Let's come to that end, all taped up, all welded up. Hanger is welded on. Time to weld that end to the box, then tailpipes. And my battery is nearly dead, so this might be the last you see of us in here. So yeah, if it is, big thanks to AP for welding it up. Probably going to get home about midnight and try and stick it on, I reckon. And then tomorrow morning we'll turn the key, see what it sounds like. Right, I have a very low battery, but it's a broken phone. Sorry, that's a picture of Oliver. 23:59, finished before. Well, it is now 20 minutes past the hour of midnight, so it's safe to say it's pretty late. I should be going home, going to bed, but I feel like I've been awake so long I'm now hungry again, so I've got some chicken nuggets. Right, I'm gonna have some chicken nuggets, get some sleep, and we will pick this up in the morning. See you then. Good morning. So, no rest for the wicked. I think that phrase certainly applies here. It's 7:30. I've had about 6 hours sleep and we are back on it. So we have one exhaust all finished. So some lovely welding by Andy on all of that. Tailpipes and stuff. Pretty happy with all of that. So, 7:30. Let's get this on. So first up is the mount. Goes on there. So this is it. In it goes. There we go. We've got the middle mount here. I do not remember which way round I have this. So I'm going to get it all hung before I do up any clamps. Right, so the middle mount's tight. We'll check its sat level on the bumper and then we'll do up the clamp. One little tip that I will admit I've shamelessly stolen from Badger 5. When you do these hangers, normally you have one going one way and one going the other, so the hanger can't come off. What I've done here is drill and tap an M6 thread into the end of each, and then we're going to use these little aluminium cap washers. So you've got little cap head, bolt, aluminium washer, gives a nice little finish, so we screw that into the end and it just looks a bit tidier. I need to cut these bolts down. We'll have bought that for a minute. Come back after brekkie. I'm back and I've cut the bolts down because they were too long. So 1, 2. So there we go. Shamelessly stolen from Badger 5. Nice little end caps. What I can do, I can pull the rubber out so it sits against them. But yeah, nice little end caps. I'll put the other side on, and then we're actually going to turn the key. I'm excited. And there we go, folks. 1 twin centre exit exhaust. Let's turn the key, see how it sounds. Right, well, a little bit of a time hop now, but the exhaust is on the car. It's all finished. I'm recording this from my phone. You can almost certainly tell because the framing is completely different. But I am over the moon with how that's come out. It sounds absolutely wicked. It looks awesome. You can probably tell from the colour and the state of the car that we've actually just got back from the first race where we came 3rd. Don't forget to check out the video of that next week. And if you watched the race video, you are going to hear just how epic this sounds on boost. So it's come out exactly how I hoped it would. I really, really like the way it looks with the twin tailpipes. So down here we have now got absolutely huge room for the diffuser. Diffuser's going to go somewhere here, somewhere here. But yeah, loads of room for the diffuser. Looks really cool. Sounds amazing. And I couldn't be happier with how that's come out. Massive thanks to the guys at Enhanced Performance, Adam and the team. If you want any cool exhaust bits, check out Enhanced Performance. If you want to make your own exhaust, check out Fabco, and you can do something like this. I hope you guys will like the video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.